Hello, let's do the New York Times Hard Sudoku for September 5th, 2023. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. So, just to go over the basic idea of how I approach solving a Sudoku, like this one, is first I go through every single band looking for certain things. So I go band, 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 and then I go stack, stack, stack. There's some certain things you can seed into the puzzle right away. You can usually find some hidden singles right away. And then once I'm done with all of that, then I'm gonna, and I'm looking for a few things while I do that, then I look for restricted cells. And then now that I found the restricted cells, usually the puzzle is finished. That's kind of the order of events there. I don't like looking for restricted cells first because they may end up more restricted after the initial scan, and the initial scan does help us identify them. So starting with this top band, what am I looking for? Well, the first thing I'm looking for is repeated digits in the band. So here we've got two threes repeated. Three repeated is no good. It's the two instances that you care about. So this 3 looks into this box and this 3 looks in this box. This will happen every time because you have 2 boxes occupied and the third one unoccupied in this case. And so 3 goes into one of these two just from these 2 3s, but we actually see this 3 here takes it out of that slot, and so we end up with a 3 here. So we can just place that 3. There's no other repeated digits here, but there's a couple other things I'm going to be looking at. One is this sort of pattern of, it's sort of an indication that it's a good place to look, is when you have 2 digits in the same column or row. They don't have to be next to each other. They could be like this. So like these 2, for example, would also count. What I'm going to be looking at, and this is something that's quick to scan if you're not explaining it. And hopefully you get quick at scanning it. Oh no, I got stuck with this highlighting. I have to refresh. Sometimes the highlighting gets stuck if I accidentally right click. Anyway, we're looking at this, right? So first you're going to focus on the one row if it's in columns, right? Just swap row and column if it goes like this, right? So you're going to look at the one row that they don't occupy, and you're going to look to see if it has any digits in it that we know about that are not already in the box. So the 3 we don't care about, and obviously these 3 we don't care about. So it's the 4 and the 6. 4 and 6 are what we care about. Then we're going to look at the 2 columns that aren't occupied by this, and we're going to look for a repeated 4 or 6. And we are in luck, we do find a 4. We don't find a 6, but we do find the 4. So we're going to focus on those 4s now. And this is always going to cause either pointing or a hidden single. So this 4 is going to look in, and this 4 looks into the box, and this 1 and 2 by design, by how we searched for this, are also not 4. And so that means 4 goes in one of these 2. And this does what's called pointing. So how does pointing work? Well, we know that 4 is either here or 4 is here. Those are the only 2 places 4 is going to end up in this box. Wherever it ends up, that's going to remove 4 from these cells. This one too, but we don't care. So we already knew that these weren't 4. And so really what we care about is this cell can't be a 4. And if you want to think about that in sort of inverse logic, there's lots of ways to think about the same piece of logic. If this was a 4, where do I put 4 in this box? Well, these 4s all look in. These aren't 4. Excuse me. And so now that we can't put a 4 in the box, and that immediately breaks the Sudoku rules. We're not going to be able to finish the puzzle that way. So this can't be 4, and this 4 looks down, meaning these can't be 4. And this 4 looks in. So we can actually say that 4s are in one of these 2 in this box as well, which can be helpful later. Okay, so I'm going to quickly scan. We see 3 and 9. 9's the only thing we care about. There's no 9s down here. This 3 and 2, we're going to be looking for down here. The 1 is the only thing we care about, but there's already a 1. Actually, the 1 and 3 are already in the box. We don't care about any of those. This 4 and 6, just to demonstrate, we care about this column, and we know, and the 3 9 is going to have the same issue. There's nothing in this column that we don't already have in the box. So we can just immediately reject those options. This 3 and 4, we actually do have the 7. So this 7, well, but no, the 7's in the wrong row. Sorry, we're looking at this row. The 2 is actually interesting, but for a different reason. I'm gonna, might as well do the 2 now, but I'm not gonna find anything for this 6 9 or this 3 4 because the 2 is the only interesting digit. But 2 is interesting for a different reason because it doesn't have a crossing. Actually, it does have a crossing, but anyway. What's this 2 doing? Let me put it this way. The other thing I look for are interesting geometries. So in this case, this is an interesting geometry to me because we have 4 digits that all completely avoid a row and a column. Now, what that means is anything we find in this row or anything we find in this column that's not already in this box will automatically be interesting. It'll automatically do pointing or maybe even a hidden single or a hidden pair or something like that. So this 2 can't be in these 3 cells, and none of these are 2. So if you just look in this box, 2 is limited to these 2. And that's going to happen to any digit in this row that isn't already a 3, 4, 6, or 9. That's going to end up pointing. So these 2s do point down. This 2 also points down, so we end up with 2s down here. So the important bit is these aren't 2, and we're going to remember that with this corner mark. The other thing that I look for is geometry. So let's actually look at this 3, 4, 6, 9 as an example. So in this case, I don't think it's helpful. So the 3 we already have. So what we're looking at is this row. We're looking at the empty spots in this row, and we're looking at the digits in this box that aren't already in the row. So the 4, 6, and 9. And we're counting. So in this case, there's 4 empty spots for 3 digits. So they need to match. If they don't match, it's not helpful. So not yet. I am noticing that this can't be 4 or 9. So if it did end up here, it would be a 6. Okay. Actually, scanning for that, I did find another case of this. Yeah, okay. So let's actually do this. I'm going to skip ahead. In fact, we were going to move on to the next band anyway, so this would have come up pretty quickly. But this 5, 7, 8 is another instance of we have digits in the box that avoid an entire column. So we're going to ask about the 5, 7, 8 in this column here. And luckily the 3, 4, and 9 are not already 5, 7, or 8. So now we have 3 cells in this column, and we need to be able to place 5, 7, and 8 into them. So this is a hidden triple. This is a 5, 7, 8 hidden triple. And actually that's going to place this 8. But let me go over the hidden triple first. I need to place 5, 7, and 8 into this column somewhere. All 3 need to go in the column. These are not 5, 7, or 8, and we know these are not 5, 7, or 8 because they're here in the box already. And so there are only 3 places to put them, so they must go there. If I put anything else in these cells, let's say I put a 6 in the cell like we were thinking of doing, where am I going to put 5, 7, and 8? They'd be squeezed into 2 cells. It just doesn't work. So this is a hidden triple, and this cell sees 5 and 7. So of the 5, 7, 8, it can only be 8, and that leaves a 5, 7 pair here. And now that actually this is a 5, 7, it's not 6, we can actually re-look at this here. This 4, 6, 9. 4, 6, 9 have to go here. So this ends up a 4, 6, 9. So geometry in this puzzle seems really important, actually. We haven't had an important geometry puzzle in a bit. So that's down to 4, 6, 9. And actually something else I'm going to point out is that this 5, 7 is going to be the digit that joins the 2 that goes here. What do I mean by that? Well, we saw that the 2 was taken out here, it goes here. There can only be one more digit that does that, and that's going to be this one. Whichever one it is, it's going to be this one. If it's a 5, then that takes 5 out of these, and this is going to be a 2, 5 pair. If it's a 7, that's going to take 7 out of these, and that's going to be a 2, 7 pair. And actually, this will be the 2, and this will be the 7. So we can actually mark 2, 5, 7 here, and this isn't 7, because that's the only digits that will end up here in our final puzzle. That's kind of a neat observation, if you ask me. And so the remaining digits here, we do need a 1 and an 8 somewhere in this column, or sorry, in this row. And so that we can just corner mark 1s, 8s there. And I think that's all the marking I'm going to want to do at this point for this top band. Did the 5, 7 pair do anything interesting for us? Yes, it does. The 5s join up. Basically, this 5's looking down now. It places this 5. That's the easiest way to put it. I'm skipping ahead to this stack a little bit just because there's so much to find. Normally, I would be going band to band, but if you find something that's really juicy, just do it. You don't need to stick to the systematic, just as long as you remember to go back later if you get stuck. But anyway, this is 2, 3, and 6, it looks like. So that's a triple. So this 2, 3, 6 triple does mean this can't be 6. It means none of these can be 2, 3, 6. So what's actually remaining? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I can clean these up. Okay. So we'll just leave those markings in. They aren't as exciting as I hoped, but I've kind of baked in this 2, 3, 6 triple, which might be helpful at some point. Do I finish? I think I should just finish making sure I scanned. Yeah, this 3. Actually, we have this Yeah, this is going to be a triple, and that's going to affect this box. But also, there's two ways to see this exact same thing. We ended up using this to place these, which then does make a triple here. The remaining triple here is 1, 2, and 6. So that's actually a 1. And that clears 1, 2, 6 from all of these, leaving another triple. But I can tell you that triple is going to be 3, 4, 9. Because if you look, the 3, 4, 9 look in, they have to go there. So kind of like the same logic in two different ways. So you could have approached this in actually several ways and gotten the same result, which is actually kind of neat, which means it's kind of spottable, just depending on how you approach it originally. And actually now I'm noticing this is a 4-9 pair. So that 4-9 pair does make this, this can't be 4, so it's an 8, and this can't be 9, so it's a 1. Now I'm going to rescan this 8 and this 1. Actually, they ended up here. How about the 8? Okay, the 8's down here. The 1's already marked. These are from 2, 4, 6, 9. And so the 2's in one of these. This is not 4 or 6, that's not 9. I was hoping to find something interesting there. These 2's line up, but we already have the 2. They line up because of that too. All right. All right. Well, I think I've squeezed as much as I can out of this stack here. We're going to go back to scanning bands. For example, we have these 2 7s that look in now. So, or we've always had that. So the 7s go there. Those are the only repeated ones. I do know that this 4 and 5 are going to end up here. Do I know what the other digit is? 2, 6, no. 3, 9. It is the 3, 9. Okay, so again, we can kind of do this trick where we know the 4 and the 5 are going to end up here, but we also know whatever ends up in this cell, whether it's 3 or 9, is also going to end up here. So this is 4, 5, 3, 9, and we know it's going to have the 4 or 5. We just don't know which of 3 or 9 it's going to end up with. Kind of neat how that's happening a lot in this puzzle. It's not usual. Maybe I'm seeing this 2, 6, 7. I am seeing this 2, 6, 7. So in row 6, where do the 2, 6, and 7 go? Actually, that's going to get us a digit. So this is not 2, 6, 7. This is not 2, 6, 7, and this is not 2, 6, 7, and these 3 are not 2, 6, 7. So these 3 are the 3 digits. We get a hidden 2, 6, 7 triple in this row. So this can't be. Oh no, sorry. This is 2 or 6. Why did I think that would become a 2? Anyway, these are 2, 6, 7. Triple. And so this is going to be the other 3, 9 along with 1, 2, not 2. Sorry, 1. Let's write it out. 1, we have 2. We need a 3. We have 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 8 and 9. So this is going to be the other 3, 9 that isn't this one, along with a 1 and an 8. Okay, there's those 1s and 8s again. This is pretty busy. I don't know that I want all these markings, but I guess I'll keep them. It would be nice to be able to remember that it's one. Okay, I'm going to corner mark the 3s here, and I'm going to corner mark the 5s here. I normally wouldn't do this 5 corner mark. I don't need the 5 corner mark. We know that they're up there, but wait, 3. No, we don't know the 3s here. What do we know is here? The 4. We know the 4 is here. Sorry, I almost messed that up. But yeah, maybe not super helpful. Just makes it more busy. Anyway, what am I looking for? I think that's all I'm going to find in these rows. I think so. So let's go to this band here. We have these 2 5s looking in. I'm hoping that just normal scanning will fill in some of the blanks that we have here. Is this 1 3 helpful? We're looking for, okay, 7 or 8 up here. The 7's helpful. So this 7 looks in and this 7 looks in, and so 7's in one of these 2. That's going to point up and make this a 6. Yes, very helpful. So that's a 6. That's a 2. That's a 7. That's a 6. I was right. This ends up a 2, but I was right for the wrong reason. No, these 6s aren't helpful yet. This 6 looking down? Not quite. It feels like I ought to be able to find something around here, but let's see. What else can I find? So this 1 3, we had how about the 8? No, there's no 8s up here known. I guess we do have the 8s repeating. I guess I could do that. There's 8s here. The 1s repeat. That puts a 1 up here. Super helpful. Sorry, that was a little bit of sarcasm there. Sometimes you do a mark and you go, really, am I ever going to use that? But it comes in handy at the end of the puzzle at the very least. I'm not seeing anything else to do here. I think I already kind of exhausted a lot of it. Okay, now we're gonna scan stacks here. So we have these 2 1s. So it's a 1 up here. Ooh, 1 is placed. Okay, these ones look in. This one looks in. Sorry, this one looks in here. This is a 1. I hope this has only been 16 minutes because of my explanation and not because I'm being super slow. I feel like I haven't been stuck. I've just been explaining a lot. All right, these 2 3s look in, puts a 3 here. Let's see. This 2 looks in and this 2 looks in. That actually places this 2. That's nice. So these 2 2s look down, putting a 2 here. This cell has been avoided an awful lot. What can it actually be? Now that I'm thinking about it. 1, 2, 3. This can be 4. Can't be 5. Could be 6. Oh, it can't be 4, actually. The 4 is over here. So it can be 6 or 9. Darn, I think it can be both of those. All right. I am still scanning vertically here. What am I missing? I feel like I should be able to find this digit. What? Maybe not. What do we need? 3? It could be 3, 5, 8, or 9 according to... Okay, so 3, 5, 9 only. Unfortunately, we don't have any 3, 5, 9s placed up here. I'm gonna mark that so I remember. I guess that just finishes the row, huh? Okay. Let's keep looking at stacks here. We have these 2 6s. 6s look down. We're getting very busy. Usually we'd have fewer marks by now because things would be cleaned up. Nothing else really repeats. And then we already dealt with that stack. Okay, so now I'm going to be looking for restricted cells. So for example, in this box, we have 4 digits left. 1, 2, we need 3, 5, 8, 9. This one seems to see a lot. Let's see. It sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could be 6. It sees 7, 8, 9. Yeah, this is only 6. That's got to be helpful, right? These are 2, 8, 9. Pretty restricted. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say this is an 8, but we knew that. What's the 6 do? Oh, the 6 looks right. 6 in this box is now only here. I didn't have that corner marked, but that's true. What are we doing with 6s here? So 6s are here. This is a 6. Only place in the box for 6. Now this is the only place for 6. That used up a 5 corner mark, but we still have 2 places. This is 2, 3, and 6. This is 8, 9, and 2. Very nice. That's a 2 for the box. Let's clean this up a little bit. None of these are 9. We got the 9 placed. That's not a 9. Okay, this is going to be a triple. Maybe that's helpful. 4, 7, and something. 4, 7, and 9. 9 surely will be helpful. We don't know much about 9s, I think. So this is 3, 5, 8, but not a 3, so only 5, 8. This is 1, 4, 9. I scanned up, but didn't see a single, unfortunately. 5, 4, 7. 4, 5, 7. Okay. And then this is 7, 9, and something. 3, 7, 9. This is the 3 because it sees 7 and 9. So that's a 3. This is 7 or 9. These are not 3 anymore. What's that do to 3 in this box? 3 is put here. Okay. So many markings. I'm almost fully marked. This is a 1, 9 pair here. So that's a 5. This is not 1. And it's actually placeable. Let's place it now. Before I forget, it's a 7. Okay. This is 3, 4, 9. Yeah. Okay. This is collapsing now, I'm pretty sure. We're getting so many digits that it's just going to be trivial now. Nice. Cool. Well, there were a lot of geometric spots in this one. A lot of hidden triples, like a large number of them. Some of them required other logic first, so quite an interesting puzzle. Good training on finding those geometric things, those hidden triples in random places. What are these? These are 5 and 9. There we go. So 20 minutes, but I don't feel too bad given what this puzzle required and how much I had to explain, or how much I wanted to explain. Obviously, I don't have to explain anything, but I feel like that's kind of the point of these videos, is to help you guys out. So hopefully this was informative and entertaining. And if you enjoyed this in any way, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.